Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. I'm extending my greetings to every black African, no matter anywhere you are at this point in time. We have a problem that we are facing for a very long time on the Burkina Faso president, on Ibrahim Traoré. And now we are facing it like it is just like something
that I can say.
The problem we are facing now on Burkina Faso matter, it is no more something that they are working on it secretly.
Because they work secretly and not.
So now it have to be publicly. They have to
come out publicly to make us know
what is their intention or what are their intentions towards Africa.
But one thing we need to.
Why are they angry with Burkina Faso president?
Why?
Why are they upset? And why are they sending all these black fools? That's one thing that I don't understand, and we need to talk about it. Thank you so much. Somebody said long time. Of course, it has been a long time when I came to Facebook Live. What brought me here? Because I was on TikTok Live and my TikTok Live was banned because I was talking about this same issue. And I knew my life will be banned today on TikTok because I know what I want to say. Because my words towards these peoples are no more going to be, words of peace or words of love. Peoples who are facing you with war, you should face them with war. Peoples who are facing you with everything that they have just to make sure that you don't exist, or your ethnics don't exist, or your race don't exist, you face them with the same thing. We understand that the main person to liberate Africa is Ibrahim Traoré. And with them knowing this, that taking down Ibrahim Traoré, they will take full control of Mali and Niger. If Ibrahim Traoré is alive, they have no chance of winning over the Sahel nation. They have no chance. So the only way to win over just the Sahel nation is to make sure that Ibrahim Traoré is no more there. And for them to do that, they have to send a black man, because always Africans, we need to know that they are using the same strategy on us. Always they use this same strategy, using a black man against any African leader, or using the citizens of that country against their good leader without them knowing that they are destroying themselves. So this time around, they realize that African youths are no more fools. You can't fool them of what they will publish on their Western medias. They have been posting so many blunders on their Western medias, in Twitter, in all over. But they were unable to skip the African's mind or to play with the African's mind. And it is clear to them that now the African youths have stood up. We can no more mess up with them. Their mentalities have changed. A lot of them have gone against. A lot of them have gone out of the control that we put on them. Because a lot of the African youths are no more easy to be manipulated by the Western media or by what the Western puppets have been saying. But they understand that now to use a black man against themselves. How are they going to use black people against themselves? Not long ago, in 2022, I think 2020 to 2022, when Michael became a general in the field of military, in the field of navy, Michael, this same Michael here, became a general not long ago. Why do US choose to make a black man the first? If you go to watch his Wikipedia, you understand that Michael was the first black man, first black general. Why do they make him the first black general? They have never made a black man a general. Does it mean that all the black men who have joined the American army are not capable enough to become a general? Are not capable enough to be given a title like that? No, they are capable. But because America don't want to put black peoples into that power, but by choosing Michael to put him into that general power, general of thing, there is a reason. So that So that whenever they want to go against any African country, they will use this MAICA. Yes, to use black man against black man. Because when a white man is in the position of this MAICA here, they cannot use that white man against Africa. So for the US Army to choose Michael and make him the Army General, there is a reason to it. So that they will be using this Michael. This Michael have been used in Afghanistan. I don't know if you Africans know it. Go and do your own research. This same Michael here, we see him. This same Michael have been used on Afghanistan to destroy Afghanistan more. This same Michael have been sent to Afghanistan by American government. This same Michael. And they are the peoples who make the Afghanistan war worse than any other war. This same Michael. And now, they have to use, guys, I'm sorry if my internet is slow, but I hope people will understand whatever I am saying today. Please help me share this video. Let the video get to Michael. And let the video get to the American government. I want them to understand whatever I want to say here today. Because you know, one thing we need to understand with the Africans, we should not be sympathizing or trying to run away from law. There is no law. My brothers and sisters, there is no law. There is a name of the law, but there is no law. If there is a law, American government should be arrested today. If there is a law, the ICC, the International Criminal Court, all of them should be arrested today. Do you know that? If there is a law, the UN, the entire European Union Parliament should be arrested. If there is a law, the human rights law of the Westerners, the organization that they build and call it human rights law, all of them should be arrested. If there is a law. Why do I say if there is a law, all these organizations should be arrested? Why? I will tell you the reason, my peoples. Listen to me attentively. Don't listen to me with anger, but listen to me as you are a black man from an African country. And what all we are trying to do is to defend that Africa. Is to defend that black hood. That black hood that have been hated by every other race in this planet. But that same black hood is been loving every other race. That same black hood is loving Arabs, but Arabs are hating black peoples. That black hood is loving white peoples, and white people are hating black peoples and unaliving them every day. And creating wars in black man land. Why do I say if there is a law, American government, the entire American government should be arrested? From Barack Obama time till now, all of them should be arrested. The entire government. Because there is no criminal, there is nobody in this world that commit a criminal offense than American government. And there is no government that commit a criminal offense more than American government. There is no thief in this planet that you can call a thief more than American government. There is no murderer more than American government. American government have murdered millions of Africans, and they are still murdering millions of Africans. Still, we are facing the same disaster that they caused in South Sudan. The so-called ICC, the International Criminal Court, that they all believe those are the International Criminal Court that judge even the African leaders, that judge the Western leaders, that judge the African leaders. All the Western leaders that the ICC judge them, none of them have been in prison. Barack Obama have never gone to prison after leaving power. Joe Biden didn't go to prison after leaving power. I am telling you about leaders who have committed a lot of crime. Boris Johnson didn't go to prison after committing a crime of murdering millions of people in Africa. The ICC, the International Criminal Court, why don't they call him? But all the African leaders who are trying to free Africa, they will take them to International Criminal Court and lock them up. Or take whatever they have saved in the Western world. All the leaders of Africa. So the ICC, the International Criminal Court, they are criminals themselves working for West. Let us not call it the International Criminal Court. They are international criminals who is working for their own peoples to criminalize African peoples, to name the African leaders as criminals. They criminalize Mohammed Gaddafi, criminalize Thomas Sankara, criminalize Kwame Nkrumah, criminalize Jomo Kenyatta. They criminalize all the great leaders that have been fighting for African freedom. And now they are criminalizing Ibrahim Traoré. Who the hell are they to tell us who we should choose as our leader? If we have no power to tell them who they should choose as a leader, who the hell are they? Why do they have to stand and tell us this is what you have to do, Africans? By using our own peoples. Because this Michael you are seeing is a black man. Michael parents or both parents are black. Michael mother is a black. Michael father is a black. Both parents of Michael, they are all blacks. This same Michael you are seeing, who is parading himself as general, this same Michael have been conniving with an Ivory Coast president. All these plans that they are doing, they are planning it with the Ivory Coast president. Michael is planning this to unalive or to destabilize Burkina Faso or to unalive Ibrahim Traoré. Michael is doing the plan with an Ivory Coast president. I will repeat again, with an Ivory Coast president, Alassane Ouattara. Alassane Ouattara is a puppet who is collecting money or collecting loan from the West and working for the West. I hope you people understand what I'm saying. Because this is what we need to understand. These people are working with the West to destroy their own land. Not long ago, this Michael went to, I think on the 24th. On the 24th of April, this Michael, which day? It's not on the 24th. It's not on the 24th. It was the ending of March. This Michael was in Ivory Coast to discuss with Alassane Ouattara, the Ivory Coast president, and the Ivory Coast Army General, how to destabilize Burkina Faso or plan how to remove Ibrahim Traoré. My peoples, we need to be very careful. And you are seeing a black man fighting against a black man who said we are no more going to be slaves. But this fellow black man from nowhere wake up and said it should not happen. We have seen that France have been fighting for a very long time to make sure that they stop Ibrahim Traoré, they stop Assimi Goïta. France have worked so hard on that. Still, they have not been any positive result for them. America tried. To the extent Americans were sending their militaries to African countries to make sure that they surround this Sahel nation. They send their militaries to Nigeria. They send their militaries to Algeria. They may send their militaries to Mauritania. They send their militaries to Ghana. We have seen that UN, the European Union, have also sent their militaries, all because they want to destabilize the Sahel nation. These three countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. No positive results. Now what do they come up with? Is to send this black fool. This black fool who call himself Michael. This man. Barack Obama did the same thing when they used Barack Obama against Mohammed Gaddafi to unalive Mohammed Gaddafi and go scot-free. Michael, you will not go scot-free. Just to make that statement that you have made, you will not go scot-free. Not to talk of when you unalive Ibrahim Traoré. Remember and think what will happen to you. All these things that are happening to you, Michael, today, you have not even unalive anybody. You just made a rubbish statement that we black peoples are no more happy with you. We knew there are black fools who will be working for the West to destabilize the or to become a distraction to the African liberation that we are trying to build up. We know it. That black people like Michael will be coming out. And we are happy when they came out and make a public opinion on Africa. Because we try to realize who they are and who they are working for. As Michael made that statement, we understand who he is. We understand who he is working for. We understand why the U.S. Army or the U.S. Navy make him a general. We understand. He is the first black man in America to become a general. Why the U.S., of all the almighty U.S. who hate black peoples, make a black man a general? This is the reason. And we understand now that why they make this Michael. So Ibrahim Traoré coming out to tell you that we don't want to be slave. Michael, you are against your own fellow black peoples not to get freedom. Remember, Michael, look yourself very well. Go to mirror and look yourself from up to down. Which color do you have? Was that color being appreciated by American in any way? Americans have never loved that color, Michael. When you stand on the mirror, the color you see, Americans have never loved that color. And Americans have been unalive in that color since 1850s up to now. Michael. So you didn't think. Michael, in 1970s, American did something to your father because he is just a black. Because he's a black. Your father didn't against any law in America. Your father is not a criminal. But they did something to your father, Michael, in America. All because he was a black man. And you say Michael standing today against the black hood. All because you want Americans to be proud of you. The almighty America. Who make America the world police? Who? I want to ask Americans this question. Who make American government the world police? To be investigating or to be castigating people's government? Who make them that police? Who give them the power to decide who should rule Africans, who should not rule Africans? Who give American government that power? Who dial is American government? Who give them that power? You know we are trying to make America very big. Who the hell are they without us? Who the hell are they without Africa? My brothers. The Westerners, who the hell are they without Africa? They are nobody without Africa. I swear. This is what we need to understand. We are too powerful and we are feeding them every day. So the people we are feeding, they have grown enough to tell us what we should do and what we should not do, because we are feeding them too much. And this is what Ibrahim Traoré want to stop. Because when you are feeding someone, he is growing enough to tell you what you should do and what you should not do. You should try to stop feeding that person so that he will feel the hunger. He will understand your stand in his life. This is what Ibrahim Traoré is trying to show to the West. And automatically it happened because France now understand. The French President Macron, who was making a statement that without France, Mali, Burkina, Niger will not survive, will not be existing. Even the entire Africa will not be existing. I think now Mr. Macron understand that without Africa, France will not be existing. Even entire Europe will not be existing. I hope now, by now, he must understand that. Because as I'm speaking to you, France is no more economically strong like before. Because Burkina, because of these three countries, just three countries get themselves out. Just Burkina, Mali, and Niger get themselves out of slavery. The entire Europe is collapsing. People who are living in Europe knows what I am saying. They are affected. They are affected. But look at Burkina, is developing. Now the West is affected. So it means when we are crying, these people are developing. The more these people make wars in Africa, they develop more. The more these people unalive millions of Africans, they develop more. The more African countries have leaders who want to fight for them, the West collapse. That's why anybody who come up and said, I want to fight for my peoples in Africa, they will do everything to unalive you and assassinate you because they know it is a disaster for them. It's a big shame. The entire Europe, the entire America, we don't see any white man or any white army general who came out to say that Burkina Faso, this, that. A black man from nowhere. A black fool at that matter. A fool. I swear to God, I beg you peoples, my peoples who are watching me, share this video, let the video get to Michael. I want to send him a strong message that I am not going to regret saying whatever I will say here. Guys, I have not been live for so long. I made a video on TikTok to explain, and I even post the file that the arrest warrant that they issues against me, saying that because I made a video that go against the European, that violate the European policy. Issuing that arrest warrant, I get house arrest. That's why people miss to see me. I am fighting the West. And many people says, my brother, it's foolish to be fighting peoples you are living among them. You cannot fight the West without living in them. You cannot fight them. For how long? If you live in Africa and fight for them, they will use your own black peoples and unalive you there. You cannot stay in Africa and fight for Africa. It can never happen. You have to live in them because they don't want to be called criminals. So they will be afraid what they will use against you. Because they cannot touch you by themselves. They have to use your own fellow blacks to unalive you or assassinate you. So people who are saying that, Pandi, you cannot live in the West and fight the Westerners, I will tell them that, in contrary, you have to live in the West to fight for Africa and to fight the West. You have to live in the West. Because number one, when you live in Africa, you want to fight for Africa. Your fellow blacks will be used against you, or your government will be used against you to arrest you. And you can't do nothing about it. Number two, when you sit in Africa, you want to fight the Westerners, you don't even know them. You don't know how they operate. You don't know who they are, but they know you. So you are fighting somebody who you don't know. So you have to live in them to know them better, so that you can know who you are fighting against, so that you will know how to fight against them. It is very important to live in West and fight for Africa and fight the Westerners, because you will know who they are. You will know how to go with them. You will know how to deal with them. They hate someone who already know who they are. I tell you, my brother, this is why I disagree with people when they tell me that, my brother, you cannot be sitting in the West and fight for Africa and fight the Westerners because you are living in their country. The Westerners are not fools. White man don't want to stink his hand with black blood. He will use a black man to stink in hand and become a murderer over his fellow black. When you live in Africa today, if I am living in Africa, I will be locked up by my government. There is no doubt about that. We all know that. My journey will not be far like this. We all know that. If I am living in Africa, fighting and doing all these things and saying all these things, I will be locked up I will be arrested by my government and be locked up forever. And none of you can save me. So this is why to live in Africa and fight for Africa is useless, because you will be afraid not to say even some truths. You will be hiding some truths, not to talk about them, because you are afraid you will be arrested by your government. But when I live here, my government have no power over me. And the Western country I am living, they have no power because there is a law. The law they build by themselves. We use that same law against them. My brothers, to fight for Africa is not by you just wake up one morning and do it. You have to think what to do. You have to know what to do. You have to know where you are. There are a lot of young people who wake up to fight for Africa. Where are they today? All of them are in prison. If they are not in prison, they make life difficult for them in that African country. Their own government go against them. Instead of for their government to collaborate with them, but because their government is being controlled by the same Westerners that they are fighting against. All the fight that Julius Malema was doing in South Africa, what came out of it? Still nothing. Tell me, because he is living in South Africa. If he's out of South Africa, his journey will go far. But tell me, all that fight and all that struggle that Julius Malema was doing in South Africa, what came out of it? Bobby Wine, how many times do we go to prison? Arrested by his own government. Bobby Wine from Uganda, how many times he's been arrested? Put behind bars. We understand, my brothers. Masin Nnamdi Kanu, the Biafran legend, where is he? He was arrested by his own government, Nigerian government. He is still in prison. Nobody can take him out. Do you think all these people who have been locked up, all these freedom fighters in Africa who have been locked up, if they are living in the West, do you think they will be locked up? My brother, here they can disturb you, but their own law will tell them, no, you can't do this, because the law that they create, sometimes they will even regret why they make that law, because they can't do nothing to you. They want to do something to you, but they can't, because the same law that they created by themselves here is telling them you can't do it. So it's good to live in the West and fight the West and stand for Africa than to live in Africa and fight for Africa. This is what we realize. You cannot live in Africa and fight for Africa, because you will end so soon. They will end you so soon. You have to live among the Westerners to know who they are. You cannot be sitting in Africa and fighting the West while you don't even know which kind of people you are fighting against. You don't even know which kind of peoples you are dealing with. If you don't know them, you can't fight them. These peoples are like that. And you need to know them, because they already know who you are. That's why they are fighting Africa today. They know who Africans are. The moment they colonize with the Africans, they know who we are. And they build the education system and give it to us. So they control this mindset through those education systems that we call schools today. The education systems that we are going to school. How do that education system destroy us? We know it now. So they create that education system, and they know the system that they create, how it will affect us. They know it. They plan for it. They create the system called education system and give it to us to take control of our mind, to make us to hate ourselves and love them abundantly. But black man never love himself. Is it that not what is happening? It is all caused by the system
that they put in us. Call it education system.
Let's turn back a little bit and talk about this fool, Michael. Please, I am begging you peoples. If any time you heard that Michael is in Africa, let me know. Any African country, please. He was in Ivory Coast, I didn't know. I didn't know that this Michael was in Ivory Coast, discussing with an Ivory Coast president how to destroy Ibrahim Traoré. Ibrahim Traoré, we will protect him till the last drop of our blood. This will not be Thomas Sankara time where you will go and unalive him and we will be sitting and watching the West to enjoy. This will not be the time of Mohammed Gaddafi where you will assassinate him and we will be sitting and watching without saying anything. This will not be the time of Kwame Nkrumah where you will assassinate him. We will be sitting and watching. This time will be different. Ibrahim Traoré time will be different. Because we will fight. We will protect him. We will say whatever we have to say and do whatever we have to do to make sure that we protect Ibrahim Traoré. Africans, we need to understand either you are a Burkina Faso citizen or you are not a Burkina Faso citizen. Ibrahim Traoré cannot do this alone. He needs us. Don't think like, oh, he's an army general, he don't need our help. No, my brothers and sisters, he need our help. Ibrahim Traore need our help more than any other person. So to render him that help, we are all playing our parts. If we realize anybody who become an enemy to Ibrahim Traore, we will take you out. Either you like it or not. We will do whatever we can do to take you out. We will not sit and watch Michael to make that statement and leave him like that and say, no, he's just talking. As Michael make that statement, we don't know his intention. We don't know his plans. And we will also make our own plans against Michael and make our own intentions against Michael. We will not tell anybody what we are going to do. But this is what we plan. If anybody know that Michael, you realize that Michael is in Africa, any African country at all, let us know. We will make Africa proud, I swear. Let us know. We will make Ibrahim Traore proud. If Michael, that's why I say people should share this video to reach the Michael. If anybody know, any African, you realize that Michael is in Africa, please contact Pandi MAICA. Let me know, I swear. By you contacting me, telling me that Michael is in Ghana or Michael is in Ivory Coast will not be empty. Will not be in vain. We will make Africa proud. We will make Africa to laugh at America. We will tell America that we are their parents. We build them up and we are the people who can destroy them, not them to destroy Africa. Africa build them up. Africa feed them. So now they cannot grow a wing that Africans can cut off. No matter how the Westerners grow wing, we can still cut it off, and we will cut it off. Yes, I make it very clear. That's why they brought down my TikTok live when I was TikTok. Thank you so much. Drama King Solomon. I swear, my brother, we will eliminate him. There is no doubt about that. Even it will be the last thing that we will do before we will leave this earth. Michael, just for making that statement, Michael is now under our target. Yes, if Michael think he is general enough, I told him, if you think you are general enough, go to Burkina Faso. Who is catching you? You are just sitting on America making blunders, statements. If you think you are an army general like Ibrahim Traore, you are a man like Ibrahim Traore, go to Burkina Faso and remove him. And let us see who is the general in Burkina Faso. Let us see who is the real general. Michael, if you think you are general enough, you are an U.S. Army general or you are a U.S. Navy general. If you think you are general enough, go to Burkina Faso and let us see who is the general. Oh, my peoples, go and tell Ibrahim Traore to sleep over. Let him not think about Michael because we will take care of Michael. Yes, we don't have weapons in the West, but we have weapons in Africa. We don't have weapons in the West, and we will not fight physically in the West. But any Westerners who make rubbish here in the West, we are waiting for you in Africa. If you go to any African country, we will let you know that that is the land of superstars. It's not the land of cowards. It's the land of heroes. Nobody make rubbish or mock Africa anymore and go to Africa and come back alive. We will not allow it. You cannot mock us and go to our continent and enjoy yourself and come back alive again. Yeah, brother, he was in Africa, but he is not there anymore. He moved out. He is not in Africa. I get the news lately that Michael was in Africa. I get the news so lately that Michael was in Africa. He discussed with the Africa's president, Alassane Ouattara, and he discussed with the Africa's military general how to destabilize Burkina Faso and take Ibrahim Traore down. And I get the message so lately, when he has already gone back to America. I was feeling so bad. If at all I realized since he was in Ivory Coast, At least we can do something. Even if we will have fight with Ivory Coast militaries, we don't care. But the most important thing is we must make sure that we take an action. Even there will be no positive results, but at least we will take an action to make sure that we show to Ibrahim Traoré that we are here for him. We want to stand for him. He is not alone. Because if we don't stand for Ibrahim Traoré, at the end he will feel like he is lonely. And when he feels like he is alone, he will step back. He will give up. So we should not let him to think that he is alone. We should stand by Ibrahim Traoré and defend him with our blood. He defend Africa with his blood. He stand for Africa with his blood. He don't care. All other foolish African leaders are wearing big clothes, big watches, driving big cars. He is the only leader who refused to enjoy, but decide to work for his peoples to enjoy. And the Westerners don't want to see any leader like that in Africa. They just want to see leaders like Gambian president. They want to see leaders, foolish leaders like Nigerian president. They want to see foolish leaders like Sierra Leone president. They want to see foolish leaders like Cameroonian president. They want to see foolish leaders like Ivory Coast president. They want to see foolish leaders like Ruto. They want to see foolish leaders like oh my God. And they are using the same strategy from Mohamed Gaddafi time, Kwame Nkrumah time, Jomo Kenyatta time, Thomas Sankara time. They are using the same strategy to use black man to unalive them. And we are seeing the same strategy facing us. And we should sit and watch that thing to go like that, slow like that? No. Do you think they are not working? They are working so hard to make sure that they put Ibrahim Traoré down. They are working so hard. And now they are working so hard is to push this idiot who is called Michael. You know, Michael, I think you want to be popular. Mr. Michael, you want to be popular, right?